the cup final, this is a big deal. Both teams have a chance to salvage their season, really.
I think this is Manchester United can win this game. Man United, big players need to stand up. The Pogbas, the Sanchez, the Rashford, the Lingard, make the game theirs, and it's Manchester United.
OK, let's do it. Also available in 4K Ultra HD. Let me hand you over to your commentary team and Stephen Manaman, Glenn Hoddle and Ian Dark.
Thank you, Jake. Good evening, everybody. We've already had the perfect match in Windsor today. Let's hope for another one here at Wembley, 15 miles down the road between Chelsea and Manchester United. Two clubs whose only hope of a trophy this season is in this game. In the Premier League, this is
the most overriding things. They want to leave with that trophy that's standing in front of them.
If you can go out and play like that, you'll play naturally. And I think what team goes out and settles down into their rhythm might end up being the winners.
Well, these two clubs have been here so often that their fans could almost find their way to Wembley blindfold. Didn't do spectaculars like this back in 1872 when it all started, and the Wanderers were the first winners. Here's the team news. Chelsea have their first choice keeper Thibaut Courtois in goal for the first time in the FA Cup this season. A disappointment that for Willy Caballero, who's played in every other round. Willian is left out to accommodate Timur Bakayoko in midfield. That's a tactic Chelsea used successfully recently against Liverpool. 3 times cup winner Olivier Giroud, who's unbeaten in 10 club games at Wembley, is again referred to Alvaro Morata up front. And 18-year-old Trevor Chalobah is a surprise inclusion on the Chelsea bench. Manchester United's top scorer Romelu Lukaku is fit enough only to make the bench after his ankle injury, so Marcus Rashford plays. One of only 4 men who were in the starting lineup when United won the final 2 years ago against Crystal Palace. All 4 of the United men picked in England's World Cup squad are starting today. Now then, Glenn Hoddle, what do you make of those lineups?
Well, first and foremost, I'm surprised Willian's not playing. I really am. I think he'll have a big save from the bench, there's no doubt about that. But this system Chelsea play, I love the fact that Hazard is free to go anywhere on the pitch. He'll play in and around Giroud, and I think that's a real plus for Chelsea. As for United, how open are they going to allow themselves to play? I think Valencia and Young could get a lot of the ball, a lot of space and time with the system that Chelsea play. Can they use it? And is it a big day for Pogba? Can Pogba turn up to that and really make the difference?
So much speculation about Antonio Conte, whether it's his last game. Will it be Eden Hazard's as well? This is his 300th appearance for Chelsea. He's never won the FA Cup in his 6 years at Stamford Bridge. Marking him today will be 22. I think for most people's money, a bit unlucky not to be repping at the World Cup. And he's now had an apology, by the way, from Gigi Buffon after all that dust up in the Champions League. Manchester United, of course, in their traditional red shirts. Just to take the free kick here for Chelsea. Absolutely no problem. David De Gea preferred to Sergio Romero through here. Scored a great goal in the semi. There might be something from here as well, because here's Hazard. Giroud making a run ahead of him. Still Eden Hazard. Tried to go for the near post, and for a moment there, De Gea just looked off balance. Alonso. Heads up.
There was a mistake, wasn't it, by Phil Jones? Just doesn't clear his lines. And then it's one-on-one. You're almost saying to Giroud, get out the way, let him take him on one-on-one. Don't bring anybody else over. Skips past him fairly easy. Takes the shot on.
It was an unorthodox save, wasn't it? From that angle, you expect him to take it with his hands. He took it with his legs, and he's got away with it, but I'd expect him to go with his hands there. But it's not in the back of the net.
Need him to be on a going day. Chelsea. Fabregas. Ball down the side. Bakayoko goes down. Referee says no.
He was in a brilliant position, the referee.
Graham Poll, who refereed the 2000 final, is with us. What do you think about that one, Graham?
Was made a very good decision there. He's tripped himself. It's not a dive at all. It's just he tripped himself, and it's a very good decision.
Thanks, Graham. Rashford here. Gary Cahill. Happens basically in the summer about signings, and I think who's in charge as well. We'll see. Fabregas. There is Hazard using his pace there. And Hazard, he's in on goal here. Can he finish it all off? Jones with the challenge. Penalty.
Is he going to get sent off though? It's the yellow card.
It's only yellow because it wasn't regarded as a cynical professional foul, as an honest attempt to win the ball, but deemed a foul and a penalty kick. So there's drama now. Penalty for Chelsea. Hazard was the man who caused all the menace.
Yeah, well, with all the penalty decisions we've had, I think that was an easy one for Michael Oliver, wasn't it? And you see what Conte wants. He wants him off the field, like most of the Chelsea players.
Well, that decision's already been taken, and it's going to be a yellow card.
But it was a penalty, wasn't it?
Graham Poll, quick word from you.
Yeah, we've had the luxury of looking at it back slow motion. I think Michael's called it absolutely right. It's definitely a penalty. He doesn't get the ball there and brings Hazard down. It's a genuine attempt to play the ball, which is why it's a yellow card, not a red card.
Eden Hazard himself will take the penalty kick. His record for Chelsea's 20 converted, 5 missed. Up against David De Gea. Big moment in the final. And Hazard so very, very cool. 1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah, really nice finish, wasn't it? Nice and cool and calm. Minimal run-up for Hazard. He was the one who was involved with the goal. Outfoxed Phil Jones, then outran Phil Jones. Gets brought down, slots it home. Cool as you like. Eden Hazard, 1-0 Chelsea.
Nerveless, wasn't it?
Yeah, just nice, as Steve said, a couple of paces, kept his cool. I think when you go in on goals and you're the one that's brought down, you feel like really confident you're going to stick that in the net. It was it's a good decision from Michael Oliver, without a doubt. That Jones knows what he's done, but it was the run from Hazard when he darted.
This is the ball off Fabregas. It was this touch, dart in front of Phil Jones, great touch, and then that one right across him again. You're virtually saying to them, come and bring me down. Touch, pace, causes absolute chaos.
It's interesting, Steve. He went out on that right-hand side, and he's been.
Alexis Sanchez back to Herrera, and well, the idea was that he'd come in with a thunderbolt on goal. Bit of a miscue. There might be something else here. Pogba with the header.
I was going to say that would have been a better, rather than fizz a ball out to Herrera to smash from 35 yards. That would have been the better option. As I said before, you're in the shade, you're crossing it into the sun, causes a little bit of confusion. Looks like they come off Rudiger, doesn't it? Off Pogba onto Rudiger.
Not sure how many minutes Lukaku might have in him as Pogba lets fly, and it was always fizzing wide.
I know it's an easy thing to say, but they do miss Lukaku, don't they? You see, when the ball went wide, they looked into the box there, Ashley Young, for instance, and there was Jesse Lingard, is it just there, on his own with 5 or 6 Chelsea players around him.
Sanchez. No threat to Thibaut Courtois.
Alonso's having a look as well around this side of the wall, possibly. A good left foot of his.
I think his eyes were looking at it, and Fabregas now has shifted it further to the right, exactly, so he says, I'm going to take it.
It is Fabregas and it's into the wall in the end. Certainly Alonso is one of the best free kick takers. Fabregas again, up towards Giroud, often favourite in the air. Corner to Chelsea.
It's not a bad option though for Chelsea, Ian, is it?
Fabregas to take it for Chelsea, and De Gea. Good punch that was, really. He was a bit off balance as well. Great goalkeeper. Smalling tried to get it. It's come out to Young. Oh, and Jones was there on the back post trying to direct that goalwards and make amends for giving away the spot kick at the other end.
Yeah, I think it was Bakayoko just does enough. It's a nice ball by Ashley Young. Lots of pace on it. Bakayoko follows him, and in the end just gets his body in the way along with Alonso back there. Comes climbing over everybody. Phil Jones just can't direct the header back across goal.
Just left the ball behind, but Pogba has got in here. Can he? Rashford with a big opportunity. Oh, and he fluffed his lines at a vital moment there.
Yeah, he did fluff his lines. There was no connection at all, and Pogba does really well. If anything, Bakayoko has to bring him down earlier on.
That was United's best chance of the half in the final 5 or 10 seconds of that half as well. But Eden Hazard is the man who is making the difference so far. Great run from him. Taken out by Phil Jones at the back. Hazard put away the penalty in nerveless fashion, and Chelsea leading Manchester United 1-0 at half-time in the 2018 FA Cup final. Analysis coming up when you rejoin us in just a moment.
Brooks. Crouch is... Oh, my days! You really want to miss all this? Of course you don't. At BT Sport, there is no FOMO, because here, you don't miss out.
Thanks very much indeed, Jake. Chelsea with the advantage here. Manchester United's bench includes Juan Mata, who scored in the final 2 years ago. Romelu Lukaku, we don't know how many minutes he is fit for, and Anthony Martial, among others. The Spaniard again. It's a bit better. Again, Chelsea have got the bases covered. Now Matic looking to make an impact against his old club.
There's a couple of high boots.
Hazard down injured.
His first little skill was excellent, wasn't it? There was a touch over the head, and I think he just got caught. That little flick over the head, and then
it's the first one, and then an arm in the face. There wasn't much in that, is there? Nothing in that.
Good position for a free kick here now.
I think he had the previous one in mind as well, didn't he, Michael Oliver? It wasn't just for that. So here's a chance for Manchester United. Madrid-like. Lingard looked to dance through. Bakayoko's clearance not quite accurate enough. Over 87,500 officially. Just handed into us that statistic as Herrera looks to pick a killer ball. He's found Valencia too, but the cross was a massive disappointment. That was a really incisive ball, but there might be something here for Rashford. Bounces down, United just starting to produce one or two things, and Pogba's chip forward comes to nothing, but that was better from Manchester United.
There's a run in behind that Chelsea back five as it is. Look, the first time they've looked to get in there. Valencia's pulled it back. And Fabregas sleeping a little bit there, takes a risk, and Rashford just happy to strike it at goals.
He's not getting it.
No. You're right, he miscontrols it and bounces off Pogba.
This is better from United. Just starting to make one or two things happen is Pogba. Rashford's corner's not a good one. It doesn't beat the first defensive man, which was Fabregas. And now Hazard is so adept at skipping away from opponents with his low centre of gravity and bursts of acceleration, and that's something.
Yeah, that was a yellow card, wasn't it? Just flips away from Herrera here.
Jesse Lingard across to Alexis Sanchez. Manchester United just beginning to... No matter how many changes of managers there are, and there could be another one, they keep on winning things. Hazard.
That was not. It's going to go out, but no, it's nice. Kept it in.
Yeah.
Lovely ball by Rudiger.
Just about kept it in. Hazard. How important might that be?
Keep their cool.
Rashford to fizz it in. It fell down to Smalling, and then it's over the line. But the flag's up. This isn't going to count. Sanchez looks aghast, but that flag is raised on the far side by Lee Betts, the assistant.
Yeah, it's whether he goes to VAR here, and that's the thing. It was a great save from Courtois, the first one from the header.
Well, he'll be listening to the video assistant referee Neil Swarbrick about this.
Let's have a look at this. That's fine. Wow, it's close, isn't it? The back leg of Rudiger and Sanchez. How close is this? Yeah, I think he is off, isn't he? He is off. Yeah, there's the white line of the 6-yard box. What a good save this was. He's going one way. He has to go back and dive full length with his left hand. Great decision by the assistant on the far side.
Fabulous decision, Steve. Brilliant decision.
Let's hear Graham Poll on that.
Yep. Yeah, and we're looking at the replays with the lines on, and it's so close. And VR are looking at this and they're waiting, but it looks like he's just offside.
That is the decision. Manchester United do have the ball in the net, but it's not going to count.
Headed Phil Jones, and you see his foot by the white line. You can see he's just offside.
He's offside.
Great. Look at the assistant on the far side. Crouch low, alert. Big decision, but the correct decision. Well done.
And he waited to see if Sanchez.
So maybe, I think we've got our answer. Maybe 20 minutes is what they thought he could probably manage. But I hope it's more than that. But Conte's coming forward here. It's N'Golo Conte and Alonso here. Big chance to make it 2, not taken. Then Moses claiming a handball. He's not getting that.
What a bit of play from Conte. To read the second ball and burst through like he did. Sometimes you can keep the ball. He's there and he just slips a lovely ball to Alonso. Alonso wants to try and get round it and hit it on his left foot. Can't. Has to take it with his right. De Gea does his job again, and
now then,
that's
it's out, isn't it?
That's one for the video assistant referee. And Graham Poll quickly.
I think that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Handball, the arm's down there. He's very close to the ball. That's why he might get away with it.
But his arm looks as if it's gone towards the ball. He's actually moved his arm towards the ball.
He has got away with it.
Neil Swarbrick's had a look at that, the video assistant referee, and he's decided there's not a clear and obvious error. Fabric has to twirl this one in. Gary Cahill coming forward from the back. Here it is again.
Is there a movement towards the ball? I mean, Neil Swarbrick says no. It's a close one, isn't it? But as I said, he's got away with it because it's a yard away. He doesn't need to change it, which is fine. We'll all accept that, no problem at all. But you can see how close.
Lingard plays this one through. Rashford had a chance. It's a splendid save that by Courtois.
And he wins the goal kick as well. Simple give and go. Played onside by Azpilicueta. Courtois out, big. Stays up. Tries to lift it over him. Rashford, he does the best he can.
He was out quick. I think the fact that the ball was going straight was always in the goalkeeper's favour.
France squad for the World Cup. Here's Valencia here. Lukaku back to Valencia again, and on the turn, Martial took a deflection on the way through. Otherwise, that might have been very interesting.
See, I wonder why Conte's thinking about changing it round now, because they have to do something, Chelsea, don't they? They're just giving the ball back to United now all the time.
Nemanja Matic, he can hit them, as Courtois knows only too well from numerous training sessions in their Chelsea days together.
Yeah, right smile from him there. Nice hit, wasn't it?
Looked like it moved a little bit.
Taking no chances, is he?
A screamer in the semis last year against Tottenham. Martial here, Just made a half a yard, couldn't quite get the shot away in time. Martial's another one who has scored at Wembley, a late semi-final winner.
What a header that was.
Now then, Hazard. Turning, twisting, Smalling, watching very, very carefully. Had to get that right as well.
Yeah, well done, Chris Smalling. Doesn't dive in at all, stays on his feet. Very good.
Fabregas, oh, it's a lovely ball towards Giroud. It's turned into space, the flag's up. It's offside.
You see him, he just is offside here, tries to get himself back onside, but he is offside.
Lovely velvet touch by Martial to control it. Cahill across to make the important block.
Yeah, but being that central ground to make that defensive block.
Here he goes again, and a wonderful opportunity wide of the post, and really they had to make that count. Paul Pogba, what a chance, what a chance.
Free as a bird. Nobody picking him up. Oh, says it all, I think. Says it all.
Wow, whoever was meant to be picking him up has got away with one there. He's got to hit the target.
I think. Sanchez from distance. Long way wide.
Goal kick, he wants a corner. Michael Oliver's gone for the goal kick.
Oh, Courtois just about got there. There's Mata's first. Young to play this one in. Sanchez. Martial. Oh, that's agonising, really, for Manchester United. OK, come on then, Steve.
10 minutes ago that to stretch United, but Giroud played so well, kept him on.
Mata's running into space on the back post. Hazard. It's going to be a corner kick. That'll suit Chelsea just fine. Yeah. They won't be in any hurry to take this.
Yeah, he does the right thing, doesn't he? Alonso goes and thinks about overlapping him, and then suddenly
the clock down even more. Willian has left out the starting lineup last year and this year for Willian. He's in Brazil's squad for the World Cup, though.
He's had a good season.
Scorer leaves the field as well.
He's had a good season this year, really.
Looks like Eden Hazard's 17th goal of the season. Nobody's got more for Chelsea. Might be enough to give Antonio Conte the last game in... Well, one last game for him. Back to Valencia. Curved in there. Matic was attacking it. Now, that would have been a story, wouldn't it, if he'd come up with the equaliser against his old club.
I think they had 3-on-2 there at the back post as well. I think they may get in each other's way. Mata, Sanchez, Pogba. There's 3-on-2 there, and they just seem to cluster together, don't they? But again, Chelsea do enough.
So here comes that corner, and it's catching practice.
No one on the keeper again.
They know. He knows. Karma, what does karma mean, Ian?
They're thinking we've got this now. Looks like Chelsea are going to foil their old boss. That is it. Chelsea have won the cup for the 8th time in their history. Jose Mourinho is beaten in a domestic final in England for the very first time, and by his old club. Chelsea have a trophy to show at the end of an otherwise disappointing season.